Comparing two languages, Vietnamese and English again. Adverbs. Adverb is the grammatical word. The position adverb is for place, time, reason, the purpose, to express the enhance the adjective or the situation, the verb or the whole sentence. The adverbs are the one of the part of in grammar. Adverb. Adverb. Let's see an adverb like fast, slowly, um, fast and slowly. Some words in adverb. Uh, Comparing to other languages, the group of words are basically from the nouns and verb, adjective, adverb. These words also the phrase and to make sentence. So, and then the sentence consists of words or phrases, or the multiple sentence is consists of sentences. The whole structure will be used all the languages. It's the same. The rule of language is the same. We are talking about the grammar in any languages. That's the rule of to use. In terms of adverb, an adverb is similar, and then but similar and some different. Let's think about and someone who knows the native languages about the adverb and then whatever and can compare the Vietnamese and the English. The English adverb is very unique, and it's adverb that the pattern is like, for example, simply, and we can say run fast, go slowly, or very handsome, really good. And this is a related to words and verb and the adverb and adjective. This is the order of adverb forms, and also the phrases is also unique. For example, the prepositional phrases are mostly used adverbial forms about place, time, and the reason or purpose, and so many cases can use it for that. For example, the place is I study English at the academy. So at the academy is the adverbial phrase will be used, and the prepositional phrase at the academy. So about time, well, I go to library on Saturdays. For example, I go to the library on Saturdays. I go to library on Saturdays, and on Saturdays is also about the adverbial phrases, meaning about the time about so many expression with the preposition. And so, and there's some other expression like the purpose. And then I studied English for passing the test or for explaining Vietnamese grammar to compare Vietnamese grammar. So, and then the purpose is also the adverbial phrase. So, and when we add some phrases, we can use some adverbial phrases. So many cases I can compare. I don't say in any Vietnamese sentence because very confused when I say Vietnamese, and then because I cannot uh, change it quickly. So and then I just use about English about adverb here, and but all the languages have the same rules, but the order of is different. As a native speakers, and then can know about native languages, about adverbial form, adverb itself, adverbial phrase, adverbial clause. So, and then we can express in any languages. And when we learn, if we learn English, and then we can use adverbial comparing to our language, first language. If we, I learn Vietnamese, I can compare then Korean adverb and then Vietnamese adverb. That express the way to know is very simple. So, and then we already know about, but just comparing. Today I talk about in English adverbial forms, comparing the Vietnamese adverbial forms after reviewing about the contents from notebook element. And then I review about English because in Korean, not the writing here. So, and then I chose English to comparing the adverbial, the parts of grammar and between English and Vietnamese. Uh, see, I can make contents here about adverb. In English, make content of adverb in grammar, adverb, adverbial phrase, adverbial clause, and to explain the each languages, basically is comparing to Vietnamese and English after book reading with. And I can add the contents and what AI say about the contents. Um, Interesting. Translate Korean and Vietnamese abroad. Now I can go for adverb here. Adverb and adverbial in grammar. A comparison between English and Vietnamese. AdWords. AdWord phrase are essential in every language. They describe how, when, where, and why an action happens. And although English and Vietnamese use a different word order, the basic function of AdWord is the same. Giving information about manner, place, time, reason, purpose, and more. And what is an adverb, and then the adverb modify the verb, adjective another adverb, English example, past modify noun, past, go slowly, slowly modifies go, very handsome, very modified handsome, really good, really modified. Good, Vietnamese example, chạy nhanh, đi chậm, rất đẹp, thật tốt. The same order. Both languages use adverb to change in times, to speed, quality, or degree. Adverbial praises and clauses. Adverbials can be single word phrase or clause. Adverbial phrase, a predicative, extra information about place, time, manner, or reason, or purpose. English example, place. I study English at the academy. Time, I go library on Saturday. Purpose, I study English for passing test. Manner, she spoke with confidence, and then Vietnamese examples, place. Ở Phúc Tiền, ở trung tâm, tại tôi đi thư viện vào thứ bảy. Ở phố tôi Phúc Tiền để vượt qua ý tí, manner cô ấy nói một cách thư thiện, à, một cách nói một cách thư thiện. Ừ. Both languages use a prepositional phrase and for place in time and reason purpose. And adverbial clause, a full clause that function like an adverb in English. When I finish work, I study English. I learn English because I want to communicate. When I miss, khi tôi làm xong việc, tôi học tiếng Anh. Tôi học tiếng Anh vì tôi muốn giao tiếp. Both languages use conjunction for time when the reason because the purpose so that they share. Word order English and Vietnamese. English word orders adverb often appear after the verb and non-past and or second. I study at the academy and people reject their adverb very beautiful. Vietnamese order adverb usually appears after the verb chạy nhanh, before adjective, chắc, before and after noun, both phrase and depending on size, the function is the same, but the order is flexible in Vietnamese and the stricter in English. Categories or adverbials. Both English and Vietnamese share a similar type and manner, like quickly, chạy nhanh, place at academy, on Saturday. Dubai, and the reason because I was tired. Đi tôi mệt. Purpose to pass the test. Đi báo qua 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 and degree very good temper. Same carol, different structures. The universal grammar principles in all languages use the adverbial to describe place, time, reason, purpose, manner, degree. The rules are universal, but each language has a different pattern which fix all the subject, verb, object, adverbial. Vietnamese is more flexible. Adverbial can appear at the beginning, middle, and summary. English and Vietnamese both use the adverbial and the adverbial structure, but they differ in word, or and the expression style. English is structure, many form, and meaning in ly. Vietnamese flexible structure uses preposition phrases in both languages share the same function. Adverbial express place, time, manner, reason, purpose, degree. Okay.